He leads it for Beckham, and he scores! David Beckham's first goal in MLS.
We're back with David Beckham, and so I mentioned that Victoria had a gift for me, and then you just told me you brought me a gift too?
Well, I knew Victoria had obviously bought you shoes, so I sort of bought my own shoes for you to wear as well. I bought a pair of my cleats, which... they're personalised, they've got my number and my 3 sons, and they're quite nice.
Now I'll start playing soccer. I was just waiting for the shoes, and I am ready to play soccer now. Thank you so much. That's amazing. Those are gorgeous. Now, that's not a standard shoe. Those are your shoes. Those are
my shoes, but they can also be bought in the shops as well.
Yeah.
Like
wow, that's amazing. Thank you so much.
No problem.
They're patent leather.
Yeah.
So you can hear people running on the... You can't sneak up behind anybody. All right, so the soccer thing here, obviously you're here and they're hoping that it becomes more popular. Yeah. It's a whole different experience in England, right? Yeah,
it's you know, it's the biggest sport. Obviously in Europe and most parts of the world apart from obviously here, and you know I'm honoured that I've been given the chance to come over here and try to take it up a different level. You know, I've always said that, you know, it's never going to be as big as basketball and American football and baseball because they're so traditional, and it shouldn't be, but it can definitely get up to a certain level, which is a lot higher than it is now, so I'm privileged to be here. Well,
it already has, just from you being here, obviously, but do you feel the pressure? Like, if it doesn't change, how will you feel about that?
No, because I'm still enjoying the experience of actually playing here and trying to make a difference, and, you know, I always try and you know, achieve certain things and certain goals, and this is one that, you know, I'm very passionate about. So if it's succeeded already because it's had the interest, and you know, we've had crowds like 68,000 fans in New York when usually there's 15,000 fans. So, you know, it's been successful on that side already.
Well, that's great. And also you're the most successful soccer player. I mean, most popular, most successful. But then there was a time when you were also, they called you the most hated man in England, right?
Yeah. Yeah, there was, in 1998, I got a red card in a game in the World Cup, and...
For doing what?
I kicked another player.
And why did you do that?
Because I was young and because I reacted to a situation which I probably wouldn't do it again now, but at the time, you know, it happened. But I look back on it and I think, you know, if it hadn't have happened, then I wouldn't be as strong as I am now as a person on the field and off the field. And it was a tough time. It was tougher for my family because, you know, I was receiving death threats. There was dummies hung out of pubs in East London, you know, hung up by a noose. So it was pretty tough at the time.
And how long did that last?
That went on for literally about three and a half years.
Wow, it's a long time.
And then I was made England captain, so it's sort of turned around so quickly.
Wow, that's amazing that things can change that.
Yeah, but I've always, you know, I had belief in myself on a football pitch, and that's the biggest thing, you know. I've always tried to prove people wrong on that side rather than coming out and criticising people, and I think that's always the best way to do it.
Yep. It is. All right, so your legs are obviously very important to you and to your sport, and they are insured for a lot of money?
Apparently so, yeah.
I heard 70 million. Would that be right? And is it 35 per leg, or is the leg you kick with more insured for more?
I think the right one might be worth more than the left. But no, it's a great figure.
It is a huge figure. But and does that make you careful to do other things? I mean, are there certain things that you're not allowed to do because that
There's
jeopardizes?
a lot of things that I really want to do, like horse riding. You know, I love motorbikes, so I'd love to ride motorbikes. You know, water sports I'm not allowed to do, so there's a lot of things that
you can't ride a horse or ride a motorbike?
No, or ski. My sons love skiing, so I'd love to ski with them, but I'm not allowed to do that either. So there's many things that...
You poor man.
I know. It has its benefits.
Yeah, right. There's a trade-off. That's all right. All right, so, and then you created a soccer school for boys and girls, is that right?
Yeah, I have a soccer academy in London. It's been my dream for many years, and 3 years we've had 24,000 kids come through free of charge.
Oh, that's great.
So it's, you know, I'm very proud of that.
Well, I hope you're going to be proud of me. We're going to take a break, and then we're going to kick some soccer balls. And I have never, ever kicked a soccer ball, so I'm warning you about that.
Okay,
But
no
if
problem.
I kick well, you'll take something off. I really think.
All right, we'll be right back.